In this video talk, we take you through how the equity splits architecture works to match fiduciary returns to fiduciary liabilities. We have a portfolio here to step you through, and the first thing we want to point out that all of these numbers are billions of dollars. We started wanting to pick some companies that would be recognized names, so we built this little mini portfolio using Procter & Gamble, Schlumberger, and Microsoft, three household names in consumer products, in industrial services, and in high technology. This does give us a very large portfolio. The total amount of entrusted funds invested in this model would be 353.42 billion, which is perhaps too large to be really practical. But this illustrates that equity splits operates at scale as well as providing a good matching of fiduciary returns to liabilities. Here you can see we run the base case and the equity splits out for 20 years. We actually model here the first 5 years annually, and we jump to 10, 15, and end at 20. The portfolio doesn't end at 20. The companies won't stop operating at 20, but the base case, which is how we've designed the recovery of fiduciary returns to be exceeded, does end at 20 in this model. And you can see we do very comfortably exceed our fiduciary returns, growing to 13% over this period. So you see the total cash coming out of these investments of entrusted funds here, starting at 42 billion and growing to 67. Again, we are looking at 353.42 billion in entrusted funds that form the corpus of this particular portfolio. And to keep things simple, we've not done anything with inflation or reinvestment. We've just kept that corpus number flat based on the original amounts invested. Then we look at the earnings that are required to actually meet the fiduciary obligations that this portfolio would be expected to support. Here we have these three line items. We have an allowance for inflation, which for simplicity in modeling we just kept at zero for this iteration. We have the payout of fiduciary benefits, which we budgeted at 5% of the entrusted funds, and then to pay the cost of administering these entrusted funds at 1%. So you get your total cash need here of 21.21, which is the same every year because we've simply kept the corpus values constant rather than dealing with the complexities of inflation and reinvestment, which could undermine some of the transparency of this very simple example we're trying to show you. So we have total earnings from this portfolio of investments, again starting at 42 and growing to 67 over a 20-year base case. These are applied first of all to recover capital. And you see that there's no linearity here in the recovery structures because each capital recovery formula is built at the investment level. But the point here is by the time we get to year 20, all of the investments have fully returned their corpus, which is the goal of the base case. And so this is what we've got available to meet our fiduciary obligations after adding to a sinking fund for corpus recovery. In this iteration, this gives us a surplus in each year. It grows to very large surpluses in the out years as the corpus is recovered, but the cash flows continue to be strong. And so here you can see the combination of the funds that have been recovered and applied to cash flow, which grows to the full amount of 353.42 sometime before the year 20. Then we've got these additional surpluses, so that gives us the amount of money that is available for reinvestment, which will really turbocharge this portfolio and open up a lot of other very interesting possibilities. So that is how the equity split matches fiduciary returns to fiduciary liabilities.